How's it going, Tim? I'm going to show you how I install this gate. So this gate has a cat door, but I'm using it because I have a 2-year-old and I have a big dog, and this is our hallway, and I want to keep the living room and kitchen kind of separate from all the bedrooms, so this gate is going to come in handy. So right off the bat, you can use this at the end of a stairwell. You could also use this in a hallway like here. You could use it at the top of a stairwell like the landing. And the first thing you need to figure out is whether you're going to hard mount it into the walls, meaning you have drywall anchors and screws that are provided, or if you're gonna pressure mount it. So I'm gonna pressure mount it in my situation. The first thing I noticed right away before I started getting into like snipping all these zip ties off is there's one that you do not zip off until the end. So the one that you don't cut until the end is gonna be this one here. And I'm not really sure why just yet, but I'm gonna cut everything else off and we're gonna get started. Okay, so we got every zip tie popped off except for this one here. Now you want to see which way you want your door to open because you have this latch here, and that's going to be like your main door. So it can go either way. I'm going to kind of just line this up right here to see where we're at. And it looks like this is going to be okay, but we're not close enough to the wall. So they do have these extender pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this in. And it looks like it just kind of slots in place. Okay, just took a little negotiating to get it in. As you can see, we're much closer to use the actual stoppers now. There is going to be these that go in, and I thought these threaded in, but they basically just go in place. There's no thread just yet. I think the whole deal is you're actually going to use these two to spin and just pressure it out to the end. So you kind of want to make sure they're a little bit even based on how far out you need to go. And then we're just gonna kind of like snug this in place, and then we're gonna tighten these up. So it looks like the bottom's gonna be tighter than the top because of the baseboard. So I'm gonna tighten these bottom ones up just a little. I'm gonna go pretty close to the edge here, and I'm gonna try to just thread this out to really pressure up against the wall. You do have this little metal tool that they gave us that's gonna be right here. And that's basically to act as like, just like a little lever, kind of like just to help it. And at this point, once it's pretty tight, top and bottom, you can actually cut this zip tie here. All right, so there's our door. So it shuts without any issues. And then when you open it, you can't just push it open. You actually have to lift it open. So that's kind of like a child lock in a way. And then if you do want to shut this, you go ahead and shut it. And then if you want your cat to come in and out, you could go like this. So you could probably zip tie this open if you want to leave access for a cat or a smaller dog so they can come in and out, but it's still gonna keep a bigger dog out or like a small child out. So pretty nifty little gate here. Fairly easy to assemble. I mean, it's just pressure mounted. And again, if you want to do the hardware mount, there's instructions for that. You'd pretty much just put your drywall anchors similar to how we set this up. And yeah, you have yourself a gate.